Warning: this podcast contains content not suitable for younger audiences, or older audiences, or anyone really. Run while you still can. We're the hapless heroes.
Yes, cameras.
Oh, hey guys, you got the bird signal.
Yes. We heard the bird signal.
You heard my bird call. Good.
Hello, everybody, once again, and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. I am Francesco, your host and DM, and tonight I am joined by Mike playing Quinn Southwind,
Good evening.
James playing Hoblet the Smasher,
Hello, friends.
Dave playing Omega Project Prototype Zero,
Let's get shooty!
and Zach playing Paradil.
Greetings, lovely listeners.
So last time on the show, we got ourselves into a good old-fashioned dungeon crawl, and some bad things happened to you guys. So upon exploring this sort of corridor that opens into into the mountain that you guys found, you chose to take the path to the left, found yourselves in a storage room full of various reagents, and then proceeded to burst on into some sort of alchemist's room, where Hoblet disturbed a skull that promptly proceeded to attack and incinerate you guys and the entire room with it. You defeated it
We're still standing.
and have decided to... You tried to wander into the room beyond that, and you were greeted by three metallic suits of armor that sort of looked at you, glowed, started counting down, and you decided to flee and to pursue other courses of action. So you decided to go back to the second set of double doors that was at the end of this long 110-foot hallway, and it extends another 100 feet out with two collapsed rooms in the hallway to your left, and two doors to your right. One about 80 feet, the other one about 90 feet in. Sorry, 70 feet and 90 feet in.
I'm sorry, repeat what's in this second hallway? To the left, there's two collapsed rooms?
Yes, from
Meaning
what it looks
there's
like.
no way to get
You can
into
see
those
rubble
rooms.
like sort of spilling out from the doorway. And then there's two other doors, one 60 feet in and another one
Still on the left?
on the right
On the right, okay.
this time. And another one 90 feet in on the right. The collapsed rooms on the left are 20 feet in and 80 feet in
Okay,
on the left.
okay.
And that's where you are now.
Is there anything at the end of this hallway?
It just ends at like a wall.
Pretty damn close.
Just beyond that door on the right.
Okay. Alright, guys.
So you also still have two unexplored doors to your right behind you. Well, if you turn around, it's actually to your left now because you're facing the other way, but I digress. So there's still many avenues to
explore.
go along here. So what do you guys want to do?
When we look at these collapsed rooms, there's like no way around the rubble.
Are you walking into the hallway?
I'm walking into the hallway and I'm inspecting what's going on with these collapsed rooms.
Sure. And again, as you're walking, I mean, these walls are filled with these horrible frescoes sort of painted and carved in of just like flesh being torn from living creatures and these horrible like figures and undead things just like all over the place.
Can I just give like a general wisdom roll, like insight/history of like what the hell happened to these rooms and what these frescoes mean?
Well, when you look at the first door to your left,
One of the collapsed rooms.
yeah, you can just see the remains of some crushed. You can see like where the ceiling caved in, but there are just some pieces sticking out from the rubble inside the room. But you can see that there are some sarcophagi that have been crushed, and there's like bones and stuff like scattered about, littered underneath the rubble, where the ceiling just kind of mysteriously caved in.
Huh.
But there's no way in. Like there's like rubble everywhere. You could probably climb in You could probably climb in like 5 feet or so, but you'd just kind of be stuck there. It's like nowhere else to go.
So if I'm to hypothesize...
The skepticist in me says the other two rooms, skeptic in me, thank you. Let's edit that mistake out.
Why don't you say it again?
The skeptic in me is saying that the other two rooms are probably booby-trapped in similar ways.
Oh, I see. We added out skepticist, but 11 o'clock in the afternoon was Friday.
That's funny.
Well, now we're not editing it out because you said it again.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Okay.
Love you, Mike.
It's okay. I'm allowed mistakes every once in a while.
So we look in the first
English teacher.
collapse. All right, let's get back to the plot, guys.
Okay, fuck off already.
Listen,
Back to the plot.
today.
What are you guys doing?
Okay, so the first collapsed room we look in, we can see a little bit around the rubble, and we see like a crushed sarcophagus and a caved-in ceiling in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the next collapsed room.
Yeah, and the doors on your right are all closed
Yeah.
as you're walking past
and
them.
as we're leaving the first one, and Zero's just like, and we're walking.
Right, you guys are all just kind of walking in a line, like behind, like one in front of the other,
Like,
sure.
down the hallway.
Nothing
Okay.
to see here.
Yeah, the second one. Wrong sheet.
No, Quinn's gonna stay by the double doors.
Yeah.
Quinn's,
And
yeah,
you know
you're not
what?
Walking with
not- I'm feeling like
Okay.
the
Hoblet
skepticist.
has such a hatred for his enemies, these undead, that he's discovered here. That he's actually put Trixie back on his back. And it says on my sheet that I have a crowbar. I feel like I'm just walking down the hallway, just scratching the painting. Like I'm leaving like a mark. Just whatever.
Oh, I understand. I understand.
Just to
Leaving
be a
your mark.
dick.
Yeah, of course.
That's an excellent detail,
Love it.
but I kind of hate you for it because that just means that we're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
the
I
ass
mean
later.
I mean the sound of like the metal dragging across the stone, just like you can hear it just sort of
But
echoing.
is it-
because it's the only noise happening in this hallway?
So we're like 20 feet in. My question is, am I leaving a mark?
yes,
Okay, then I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
If I'm not leaving a mark, I would stop. But if it's leaving a mark,
Yeah.
and I might
it's
even
not a very
like,
large one, but you can
no,
see
but
it.
that's okay. But you can see it as long as someone walking by would be able to see it.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm kind of going up and down.
Sure.
I mean, it's not a straight line.
yeah, it's very loud.
Yeah.
Keying someone's brand new Camaro isn't a large mark, but an effective one nonetheless.
So you guys make it all the way down to the other collapsed room, and this room looks like it had been some sort of sleeping quarters before it had
And-
also experienced a similar cave-in to the last room.
For the record, I was scratching on the side of the collapsed walls, so that when we leave, I can scratch the other side.
I understand. Thank you for clarifying.
Okay.
Paradil,
Yeah.
since you're the one walking ahead and inspecting, I would like you to try to make a perception check looking into this collapsed room.
It's gonna be a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
So you have a general idea that you can see that there's actually some parts of decomposing humanoid bodies wearing dark robes underneath the debris. You can see that much. You're not really necessarily sure still what may have caused this cave-in, but there was definitely some decayed humanoid remains underneath this rubble.
Being an amateur explosion expert that he is, would they look similar? Do the cave-ins look similar in nature?
In nature, okay.
Amateur
Like did the
explosion
same
expert.
kind of bomb go off, or is one like rubble and one's like
I
a
would like
fire?
for you to make me just a straight intelligence check
Okay.
with this.
19.
19?
Yes.
You could reasonably assume that these cave-ins may have been caused by the work that the miners were doing when they were blasting open the entryway to this
That's what I was thinking.
passage.
On that subject, did it look like the first set of ornately designed double doors that led us into these hallways of shit, for lack of a better word?
Yeah.
So did it look like this was previously sealed and the miners like blasted away a hole to reveal those double doors?
Yes.
Just out of
Because
curiosity.
there were actually several feet of rock between them and
So
the
we shouldn't be
doors.
back here. It's basically what you're getting at.
No, it seems like okay. If I'm
I see
hypothesizing, it
what's
looks
going
like we like discovered.
Yeah,
They discovered
like
this an ancient burial
Okay,
thing, a la
so-
like
okay,
the
all
Great
right,
Pyramids
yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that. If
I
I'm
was
to
gonna say, who the fuck's
hypothesize.
mining over people's like sleeping quarters?
Fools.
I get it now. All right.
Right.
Sorry, I was a little behind mentally for a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we're in the second hallway.
You've inspected the 2 collapsed rooms at this point as Hoblet scratches the frescoes along the northern wall of this corridor.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Okay.
Wait, even
And
take a sec to write.
You've reached the end of the hall, though.
More frescoes on the back
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, it's like one big sort of mural of, sort of another skeletal figure. This one not holding a scythe, but rather a staff. And holding another skull in its palm.
It's a big mural, you say, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
Takes
Then
up the
I'm
entire wall.
I'm going to put my crowbar away and pull my hammer out and just start chiseling random pieces of it off.
Sure. You do that.
Like maybe at least a dozen, but no more than 35. While the rest of them decide what to do.
We need to figure out how to
Hoblet
reset Hoblet's
is just
timer
chipping
right now.
away at
He's
this.
just chiseling away at the mural in the back.
Okay.
Just random.
I mean, it's happening.
I mean, you guys are just standing there, so I'm going to be idle hands.
Hoblet, quit that, please.
These fucking pictures annoy me.
Okay.
I don't want to wake up any more masters, okay?
Well, that can
So
only be
there's-
one.
So there's a skull in the statue's hand.
It's not a statue. It's like an actual figure painted into this.
Oh,
like
sorry.
this.
Yeah.
This.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
I
not
just
like
chiseled the skull part off.
Staff in one hand, outstretched hand with a skull.
Yes.
Right. That's now lying on the floor because Hoblet chipped it off.
Okay.
Specifically the skull part, just because it looked like an integral part of the painting.
Because why not?
Right. Fuck them.
Okay. Do we want to explore the other doors?
I mean, I'm easily to 20 divots off the wall by now.
What are you guys doing? There's still many doors to explore. You guys
4
are standing
doors.
there. You
I
guys
feel
are
like
just standing there
Claymore
where
is starting
Hoblet's
to
chipping
really
away
like
at this
Hoblet.
wall.
All right. Zero is going to, with his weapon still at the ready, kind of motion with the front of it at the door across the hallway.
Right.
do
like
it.
pretty much right across from
Yeah.
you, maybe 10 feet to
Yeah.
your
All
left.
You know,
So at about
train on that, set up for
26
breaching.
divots, Hoblet will stop and pull Trixie back out, walk over, and get ready to fucking roll.
Cool.
What's this door look like?
Another wood and an iron rod door.
Since I'm still by the double doors, I walk up to the group.
Okay.
You want to send your mage hand up? Try to open the door?
Yep.
Sure. This door opens.
All right.
In.
And it actually opens into what looks to be a seemingly endless hallway that ends further than your eyes can see, even with dark vision, and even with this, dim sort of ethereal light. It is, completely pitch black here, but you obviously have dark vision, so you can see to the left, roughly 30 feet in, there's a door, but it just keeps going.
The door is on which side of the hallway?
Your left. It just stretches on and on and on and on and on and on.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't like this place. It makes me nervous.
I wanted to fight.
All right. Paradol's going in first.
Okay. You walk in, you cross the threshold into this
Slowly.
hallway. Yeah. You do that.
You still have the torch.
No, I left the torch in the last hallway. I still have my shield in hand. Because pretty much, is this hallway? This is the first place we've reached since the first corridor behind the double doors that doesn't emit this weird ethereal glow.
Yep, pitch black.
Okay.
Would it be... As we go in, can we still see a collective 60 feet in front of us, or does it get...
Once beyond 60 feet, it is darkness.
Right, but as we walk in, we can still see 60 feet further.
Out. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
decrease.
Well, no, what I'm asking is we've encountered some magical darkness, right, where it's just like...
Yeah, you can still see
dark,
60
right,
feet
what
in.
okay.
Yeah, but as you're continuing it, you can still keep seeing further and
60
further
feet
in.
further ahead of us.
Right.
I feel like we've continued to the first door.
Yeah,
What I assume
you're 30
is-
feet in now.
So
just
now
the door.
90 feet in, is there anything new that we can see?
Nothing, it still keeps stretching on and on and and on.
Would it be stupid?
Probably.
This is a thing. This is Hoblet thinking about the team. I've already watched Ezra disappear in front of my fucking eyes. Could we, like, Sherpa style tie a rope around ourselves as we walk down this fucking Like, so if one of us gets grabbed or...
Like poltergeist style?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if we get pulled through a portal...
What?
We...
I'm sorry.
No, is that stupid?
I just know that Fran's faces doesn't give anything away, but
Yes, it
he
does.
tends to.
He's a fuck awful liar.
He tends to get super excited when we make very
Yeah, but I
bad
get excited about
decisions.
like every little thing. Like sometimes it has legitimately nothing
Would
to do
it put
with.
any sort of
Yeah, he's
checks
faked us out
at
with the excitement
disadvantage
several
if
times
we
already.
tied ourselves together?
No.
Here's
Not
this.
in like a dirty, sexy
it
way.
could.
I mean, unless you're trying to all split and run in different directions, then yeah, that might cause some
I
problems.
mean, it would throw
Right
off
from
our
a
deck
fireball?
saves.
Right.
Well, mine already suck, so maybe mine.
I don't want mine to suck more.
Depends on how
Alright.
much slack you give
I
each
don't
other.
be talking
Alright.
to you.
All right.
All right, so let's
Guys,
just keep walking in.
Let's just polter. I like the poltergeist idea.
Should we
Okay,
movie
I'm light.
clue this where we like pair off?
Not yet. I just for right now I like the poltergeist idea because it's just visually.
I was just trying to make another movie.
Right, like I
reference.
see us all like tied together walking through this like pitch black hallway. Let's do it.
All
Why
right.
not?
Wait.
I hate this idea.
I tie my 50-foot rope around my waist. Hands.
You're the most intelligent of the
Yep.
four of us, and you're going.
Yep,
going
and
along
he
with this?
started
going-
it.
and I I give
Hand
the
it to
rope
me.
to
I'm
Hoblet.
gonna leave about. It's a 50-foot rope.
Yeah.
I'll leave about 13 feet of slack.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Tie myself
Sure.
off.
Sure.
And then hand it to 0.
I'll say you can get 0 on this rope.
Oh
now,
no! I
pretty
just
much.
I just
That's
wanted to
about
go in as far as I can go, and if I see anything that I need to be pulled back, you just pull me back right away.
Oh, all right. I thought we
Okay.
were gonna all
I
tie
like that.
ourselves
No, I
together.
really like that.
Rock on.
I like that a lot better.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That makes
cool.
me feel.
So
more
then,
confident.
you know
I
what?
can totally see
In
this
a-
happening. You're just
so scratch
creeping
that.
around. Yeah.
Rewind that back to where you tie it to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tie the rope around my waist,
All right. Then you hand it to me.
hand the rope to you.
All right.
and
I'm going
I
to
start.
take it, and just for safety's purposes,
Right.
I'm going to tie the far end of the rope around my ankle.
Sure.
And then like hold it so that even if it gets pulled out, like I'm a lot more weight. So if you start
Right.
getting dragged, they're also going to be dragging me too.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
But I'm still going to be holding the rope so I can pull you back.
Rope around my waist.
Yep.
I traverse slowly down this hallway.
All right. So you completely can pass the door on your left.
Yeah, we're leaving it.
That's
Okay.
where they are.
Yeah. So
Right.
you're moving. What kind of pace are you taking? Like
Okay,
creeping
so,
down, just very
you know,
You look so disappointed.
Maybe 10.
No, I'm
maybe
gonna-
10 feet per
Mike.
20 seconds or so.
So you're moving real slow.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
4 feet per
Sure.
second.
So you're gonna get.
Wait, no, 20 seconds per. Wait, what was it? I said 20 feet per 10 seconds? Okay.
So once you get a little further in, you'll notice that eventually, like as you're getting towards the end of this rope,
No, I said 10 feet per 20 seconds. Never
right?
mind, sorry.
But as soon as you're getting
Okay.
closer to the end of this rope, as this hallway just endlessly stretches on,
Yeah.
you do see an area where the walls are recessed,
Mhm.
60 feet ahead of you, like right at the edge of your dark vision,
Right.
on either side. And I would like for you to make a perception check.
It's 4.
I mean, it's a little fuzzy because you're far away. You know what I mean? It's like, when you rub your eyes sometimes and there's like kind of like that, it's just very hard. Your eyes are just having a hard time adjusting to just this complete pitch blackness. And I mean, you can see that there's these walls are recessed there, but you can't tell if there's like, you don't really know what's over there. It's still too far away
Right.
to make it out. It's
So
really dark.
50 feet. I'm 50 feet from the doorway, and then 60 feet ahead of me, I notice that the walls start to become recessed.
Yeah, we'll say about 40 feet from the door. You still have 10 feet of slack
Meaning-
on the rope.
Meaning that they.
The walls, no, just there's just a little recess on either side of the wall that occupies maybe a 10-foot like area, and then it can just continues to keep stretching.
So that what would look like the start of doorways, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Yeah, but you would expect the door to be there. It just goes in. The wall just goes in.
Guys, there's something further. Come meet me, and I'm going in.
Okay. So Hoblet's gonna keep walking with him.
Okay. How
40.
How far are you keeping?
Well, I'm 40. Because I have 60 feet of dark vision, I can keep him within 60 feet and still see him.
right.
So I'm. How tall is it from my foot to my hand?
Oh, whatever. That's
like a
don't worry,
foot.
negligible.
As you're
49
going,
feet.
you're looping. You're looping.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm slowly
I understand.
walking with him,
But
keeping.
he's remained in his position. You guys
Yes.
are following along.
I'm
I
not
assume.
keeping slack in the rope though.
No, you're
I'm
looping it
keeping-
around.
Yeah, no, I
your arm
understand.
as you
Yeah,
go.
if I
understand.
need slack, I have it. If I need
Right,
to
right.
give some,
I
have
gotcha.
some to give. Yeah.
Where you guys are following behind? Quinn and Zero?
I'm gonna stay at the door area unless they get more than about 40, 50 feet away from me. Then I'll start following.
Okay.
Yeah, as
I
long as I
kind of
can
want to
see
be like a
Hoblet, I feel
middleman
good.
between the hallway and them for now.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So you
gonna
guys
stay with
get.
Zero.
But are you staying? Now, are you now moving ahead as Hoblet's coming up, or do you wait until he gets?
I'm
to
waiting
you?
until he comes up.
Okay, and then you're gonna do the same thing over again.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start advancing towards this area, and the closer you get, the more you can tell that the light beyond, or like what you can see beyond this recessed wall is still a little grainy and blurry.
Mm-hmm.
So like it almost looks like it's being obscured by something, but you can still see. You just can't tell like what's obscuring it. Picture like a night vision goggle, and it just kind of gets a little fuzzy in those areas. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's pretty much what dark vision is.
Right.
You can just see in like sort of grayscale or whatever.
So, in my experience, have I experienced like magical darkness or
No,
dimness
magical darkness,
before?
it would be pitch black.
Okay.
This is something different. I will let you make me an Arcana check or a history check, maybe.
So, right. So I'm 10 feet from where. Maybe how far away at the distance that I've gone? I'm 100 feet away from the first door.
I'm gonna say you're 20 feet away from this
Recessed
area. Yeah.
Okay. Arcana, fuck. 3.
3. You've literally no idea what this is, but you know that there's something off about it.
Yeah. Can I do an insight?
No.
Okay. All right.
As Hoblet comes up, could I roll an Arcana check?
Are you following him up again?
Yeah, I'm following him
Go
up
for it.
again.
Yeah,
Guys,
sure.
I need a second set of eyes on this.
5.
You have no idea.
Guys, I need a third set of eyes on
You guys are all
They're
just
still
like walking
40
just, like,
feet behind us.
Yeah.
So if you guys are closing the gap, but I'm assuming that you're staying the same distance behind us as we walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna get to a point though when you're up where Paradil is that you might be out of his sight. You're gonna be out of the door's line of sight. Like if you're still standing in front of the door, you'd have to move up to like keep them in your field of view.
Okay. I have a thought for that, but we'll get to it when it comes.
Okay. So are you both following enough to stay in eye
You
shot?
want to stay by the doors.
Yeah, I want to be able to
I
stay
will
as
move
close
up
to
a
the.
little farther. I'll move up like 20 feet.
So you can see both
So
parties.
I can see them.
Sure.
I can see him.
Makes sense.
He can see me.
Makes sense.
Good.
So we're just kind
I
of
like that a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Hoblet and I are 20 feet away from
This
what seems like an
area, barrier, whatever it is.
Right.
You have no idea what the hell it is.
Okay.
Just some sort of obscured. It's like something is obscuring your like ever so slightly, almost as if it was like translucent, like not, but like yeah. You mostly see through it, but it's definitely like it's just disturbed. It looks blurry. You can tell too, Coblet.
So you said our night vision's like real night vision.
This is grayscale instead of green.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt into this room. Into
that. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Kapow.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, you see it sail towards that area, and then as it hits the barrier, it just disappears. You don't hear a clink of it hitting the floor in the hallway. You just completely lose sight of it.
I'm going to untie the rope for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing that? This is the moment that we need the poltergeist rope for.
Tie it around my crowbar.
Uh-huh.
Throw my crowbar through this barrier.
Sure. So you see, you feel it kind of like just pass
So
on
Hoblet.
in.
What does Hoblet
And you
feel?
can... Well, hold on.
Because Hoblet's holding the rope.
No, I untied the rope from you.
Yeah, he's got the
I'm
rope now.
controlling the rope at this point.
Oh, okay.
You can feel the rope like drop when the crowbar hits like a flat surface, but you don't hear it in
Right.
the hallway beyond, and you don't see it.
Okay.
You just see that the chain is like where the barrier is, and then it's just gone after that. Or not the chain, the rope.
I try to pull it back.
Yeah. You eventually see it cross the threshold, and it's a dragging across the stone floor.
Okay.
Hoblet, let's go collect our companions. I think we need some teamwork to get through this place.
Hoblet's going to make the bird call. To
You
notify them that they need
Well, I mean,
to
I can see.
Hilarious.
So I mean, the bird call wasn't really necessary.
Does that mean anything to you, Zero?
Do you guys come down?
I just look at him and I just like shake my head at him because I can see him.
If you came down the hall,
there was really no reason to bird call me, but I will come. So I kind of just I wave to Zero and
they're still not down here
Yeah,
yet.
Zero starts walking down. He's really shaking his head the whole time.
Yeah, the two of us are a little embarrassed.
These corny
if there's
motherfuckers.
anybody if there's any like cameras or anything watching us right now, I'm super embarrassed.
Yes, cameras.
Oh, hey guys,
in this.
you got the bird signal.
Yes. We heard the bird signal.
You heard my bird call. Good.
Oh
I wanted to remain discreet. Never know who's listening.
All right.
Sure
there's,
you were.
there's so many birds down here.
Sure you
Public.
were.
I just gotta let the joke sit there and ferment.
So
Yeah,
I tell everybody what happened. Shot a crossbow bolt into this void, or into this fuzzy, schism in space time, whatever the fuck it is. And about the crowbar and everything. And my idea.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just starting Hoblet's
I
timer
thought you were
for when he's just gonna walk
holding
through.
your breasts.
My,
or something.
if you want to do it, go for it.
Yeah, we're already on.
My idea is just to go and stick my head through it.
Yeah, I was gonna go 50-50.
Okay.
So
Hoblet
Hoblet walked and saw what happened.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if I need to physically stand up and do this, but like I'm putting the entire I'm right-handed.
Okay.
So I'm putting my entire left half of my body,
Right.
left leg, left arm, left nipple and pelvic area.
I understand.
Left
the
side
left
of
side
my
of your body, the left hemisphere of your body.
Wait.
Nipple and pelvic area.
Are you
So I'm
are you
divi-
hanging to the left or the right?
I understand what you're
How
saying.
much of
No.
Are you-
Stop. Stop.
how symmetrical is
Stop.
Stop.
Perfectly symmetrical.
No.
If you're catching my drift.
Poking your head in.
Boo this man.
Just the tip.
Okay. So I'm ready to assume that only one of your eyes are
One
also
of
looking.
my eyes is in and one of my eyes is out. However, the eye that's out, I'm going to temporarily close.
So you can't even see what's there
No. The eye that's still
inside of this
wherever
dark
we
hallway.
came from. I'm going
Okay.
to close that eye so that the eye that's through the portal,
Can focus.
I'm not seeing two different things.
As he's doing that, I've
Sure.
collected my rope, put everything away, and so you're standing. Since you put the left side of your body in, you're on the right side of this portal.
Yes.
So I am on the left side of the portal and just put my whole head through. Put my whole head through.
So you. Okay, let me just describe what the fuck you see, because that was just way more complex than it needed to be for just fucking poking your goddamn head into a
I did it
mysterious
simple.
void.
I'm putting my head
Right.
through.
When you pass through this barrier, you feel a slight breeze brush against your faces, and you open
And the entire
and
left
your,
side
and
of
your,
my
and your
body.
eyes sort of like have to adjust to the light that you're
bright in
you're,
here.
you're seeing. It's way brighter than it was in a pitch black hallway.
Okay, yeah.
So as your eyes adjust, you can see that you are somewhere in a horrible, horrible part of the world or wherever. Like the smell of death and decay is literally overwhelming everywhere, consuming the entire air in this place. Wisps of black smoke and necrotic energy sort of swirl and twirl around in the sky. Giant storms are forming in the distance. If it's these sort of the grounds themselves are covered in this sort of oozy tar, kind of in patches all over the place, and then the rest of it's just sort of just desecrated ground. Large pillars of stone, spiked at the top, are just dotting the landscape like mountains. And literally everywhere, and you can see for miles, there are these large hordes in droves of zombies, of wights, of horrible, disformed, grotesque, undead creatures just sort of roaming around. there's this massive titan of a being that's literally like zombies are pouring out of its torso, and he's just like picking them up and just throwing them, and then you just start running around somewhere else. You can see the remains of...
It's like a demonic mother of sorts?
No, it's like a titan. Think of it as like a giant, like a titan, like a massive, massive humanoid figure, just like with life-size zombies just spilling out of its abdomen, and it's just
he's
throwing
like
them.
birthing these things.
Like out of his stomach, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Well, here we go.
So yeah, exactly like what he said.
And you can see the blasted remains of different structures and houses and things like that dotting the landscape as well.
Interesting, probably. I know there's no stupid questions, just stupid people. But like, if you turn around,
you don't see the other part of your body that's not in here.
Right.
It just looks like you're looking back.
See? Like, what do we see? It just isn't
hordes of undead. Hordes.
Right, but it's like
in the tens of thousands.
It's like in the middle of nowhere. We're not like in a rock face that we're like peeking out the rock.
No, you're
face.
kind of in the middle of a field.
You said with the ruins of structures.
Yes, ruins of different structures, houses, large stone buildings, wood. Like it's like kind of a whole. But it's like it's hard to see. I mean, again, you can see for miles, so it sort of dots the landscape.
Are they passing this information back to the party?
You can't hear them through there. So if
So
they're
I don't
talking
know
amongst
this yet.
themselves, you guys
Okay.
can't hear anything.
Fuck
before
this.
I bring my head back through the portal, can I make an insight check? It would be better to make an Arcana history check. Like, has this been written about before?
History or Arcana? Would be
History.
fine. Either way.
13.
This looks like what people have talked about as the Crucible Lands.
The Crucible Lands.
Deep into the Crucible Lands.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Looks like this is a little out of our league.
And as you say that, like you're still kind of glancing around the landscape. That giant titan of a being, it turns its head towards you. It has no face. It has just a giant metal plate.
Did I say that out loud?
I'm just saying. It has a giant, and this is. I mean, we're talking. This thing is at least 2 miles away. All right. It has this giant metal plate in front of its face with a large red sort of like light or glow coming from a small circle at the top of it, and you see it, and it just like beams at you.
The minute I
just
see it
stares at you.
even budge, my head's back in, and I drag Hoblet back in with me.
Yep, and you're back in a cold, quiet, dark hallway.
And I say to my party, guys, let's get as far the fuck away from this portal as we can. Let's get the FO.
Well, that's a bit fucked up even for Hoblet standards.
You mind telling us what happened?
I'll tell you in the main corridor. Let's get the fuck out of here.
There was Well, let's go back to that other door.
The door before you went to the
We
hallway.
don't have to run away.
Sure.
Okay, we're standing outside the door. I tell them all the fucked up details. Hoblet adds his colorful commentary as well.
This
I'm
is
sure.
bad. We're going to need to close that.
Right.
Yesterday.
Does anybody else know what that?
How do we close a
that might
portal?
have been?
Is that a dumb question?
No, I think you're asking the right questions. I don't have the right
You're just
answers
asking the
for
wrong
you.
people.
Yeah, there we go.
So, what is it that we're looking for?
Undead.
Well, apparently you guys just found some undead.
Like a manageable number?
Yeah.
Look, you didn't say anything about quantity.
Well, I mean, so we're trying to prevent the undead, correct? So since the undead are on the opposite side of this portal,
Yeah, this portal
it
needs
would
to
make
not
the
be
most
here.
sense to get rid of the portal in some way.
Hoblet is going
yes,
to...
including up to and including if that means getting rid of this entire dungeon.
Yes.
Right.
So, one could assume that the, quote, master is probably using this portal to bring soldiers through.
Or maybe we just saw the master.
We can't fight that guy.
Right.
I feel like there'd be multiple masters. Like, that big guy is a few layers of management up.
So yeah, right now you guys are just in front of that other door in the hallway. It's a steel reinforced wooden door.
Zero turns and tries to open the door.
It is locked.
All right. I will use thief tools.
I'm done with doors and portals. Fuck all this shit. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
12.
Yeah, you jiggle these tools around in there, but it doesn't seem to budge the door or unlatch anything.
Give me a description of the locking or opening mechanism.
There is a keyhole beneath a pull ring.
And hinges on the inside or outside?
Hinges would be on the inside.
Okay. So
You don't see
can't
them out
the
here.
hinges.
No.
Okay. I'm going to try to... Actually, probably somebody with some strength should try
Is my
to...
back still...
No.
It's been a long enough time, right? That my
I said an
back's back to
hour.
normal. Yeah.
I would said an hour.
Yeah.
I'd say we're pretty close to an hour have it being passed at this point because you took
I
a
was
half
just
hour
gonna
and a short
pull-
rest too.
Hoblet, I think if there's a door to smash this time, you should go for
This
it.
is the door to smash.
Well, now...
Although we might regret this, but
Yeah, we're instantly going to regret. Just like we regretted... The last time you guys told me to smash something, we were running away and jumping on the maiden's bosom.
last time Felix told you to smash something. Felix is not here.
You're right.
And I must make the dig even though he's not here.
Burn.
That's annoying little
And
bugger.
now there's going to be a lot worse on the other side of this door.
All right.
You're welcome, everybody.
So I am going to smash... I'm going to baseball swing Trixie right at the keyhole and the handle.
Give me an
mechanism.
attack roll with Trixie.
24.
I mean, you definitely hit the door. You cracked the shit out of it. Roll me damage against the door.
12.
You hit the door with all of your might, and you definitely see some cracks start to form, and the lock definitely jiggles a bit. But it might take a few more heaves to bring this door down.
Fair enough. I'm swing away. 11.
Yeah, you still hit the door. Maybe not as strongly, but you still get a good hit on it. Roll me down some damage.
7.
Yeah, another mighty swing, but it's still teetering away. I mean, there's still you need to really smash this thing.
I'm going to whip it.
I mean, I'll smash away again, I guess.
Whip it.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
I'm going
for
to
it.
whip it. Oh, no. Okay,
The
you're going to
same
smash
11.
Okay, roll me some damage.
8.
Yeah, with another heave ho, you shatter the the wood behind, like where the lock frame is, and bend the whole thing in, and the lock just shatters and the door creaks open.
And...
This is a 20-foot by 20-foot room containing 4 large crystal pylons, one in each corner. These pylons emit a strong magical energy that can be felt by anyone in the room. The walls of this room are surrounded by a band of runes that are about waist height and glow purple and green. These
Wait, what is glowing purple and green?
runes, like carved runes.
I heard rooms, and that's why I was
Rune,
like, what?
R-U-N-E.
Prunes? Like singing prunes?
Mm-hmm.
Tunes?
No, like dancing
All right,
California
all right.
raisins.
Go on, Fran.
That's all you see in here.
Oh, okay.
Purple and green.
Wait, are they grooms? Is someone getting married?
3 grooms?
Purple and green. Are the aliens?
You need a bride.
All right.
You can't get groomed without a bride.
All right, so 4 pylons and how many runes? 3
Oh, they're like it's just sort of like it's like all waist height, just sort of like 360 all along each wall, like sort of like almost like a trim of runes.
Just like a shitty, cursed dentist's office.
Yeah,
I feel like whenever I'm at the dentist is when I see like weird
yeah, wallpaper patterns, and
wallpaper
shit.
borders.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you could look at it that way, I suppose.
Mage hand toward the closest pylon,
Okay, it feels very smooth and crystally.
but nothing happens.
No,
I'm gonna do an Arcana check on these runes.
sure.
Yeah.
18.
You can tell that by pressing them, something might happen. These are sort of like it's almost like an arcane locking mechanism.
Locking mechanism.
Portal generator?
So, since they're glowing, does that mean it's on? We're conjecturing. Okay.
You said it looks like I can press the runes.
Yes.
Okay. And
Do you share this information with us?
I do share this information, and I then take a closer look to see how many of these runes it looks like I can press. I can press all of them.
Hundreds
of runes. I can just press any number of them.
Yes.
Are they repeating?
Are they all different? I guess
You can tell that there are some like rune words that repeat themselves like an alphabet, but there's not any rhyme or reason to them.
I feel like we need to find the password from somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
So we've missed a step, is what you think?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, this is the last doorway.
Yeah. If it was
geographically
a small thing that we could brute force our way through, maybe we can get away with it, but...
Couldn't we?
We could, but if it's a whole alphabet of runes, we could be here forever.
Sounds good to me. Let's backtrack.
So wait. Just real quick question. So you have no idea what the runes say?
No, and no one's like touched anything. No one's done anything. He just knows that these are some sort of arcane runes that are forming some sort of locking mechanism, and they can be interacted with.
And they there's no rhyme or reason to the green and purple either.
No.
So they're just randomly colored.
It's like it would say like different bands of color.
I turn to Hoblet and I
see.
say...
So they're all green and purple.
Yeah.
It's not like some are green and some are purple.
Wait. First of all, I turn to Hoblet and I say,
Don't touch anything, please.
Fine. I had started a countdown and I was at 3.
Okay.
So it's a completely empty room other than the glowing green pylons in each corner and the glowing purple runes.
Correct.
Okay. I like Dave's idea that we need to find a key somewhere. Code something.
I feel like there might be a piece of information or an item somewhere else in here that would control it.
Yeah.
My first hunch is it's got something to do with the portal down the hallway, if this is the only thing in the darkened hallway and this is the only thing close to there.
I'm also thinking that maybe we burned what we need to decode this.
Maybe. In which case...
He's trying not to make any faces. Fran's got his finger, he's chomped down on his finger so that he doesn't give any
you know what?
Facial reads whatsoever.
Fine.
Okay, look,
if we're going to leave, let's go see what those armored bastards know.
We'll get there. There's a lot of stuff.
He really wants to go back to the armored
Our worst case scenario for this place, and I don't mind going back to the armored guys, is I think we can explore all of this, is if, let's say, we can't solve that thing to shut down the portal, if it even shuts down the portal, we clear out anything of value and we tell the dwarves to collapse the whole fucking thing. What good's a portal that opens into solid rock, right?
Indeed. So let's make our way out of this corridor of certain doom and go back to the other doorway that's right outside.
Yeah, I suppose.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to
So
check out what's in... Where else are we going to find clues to see what to do?
So wait, hold on. Which door are you going to?
This one. The one that was back closer towards the double doors.
On the same side now
Same
as
side,
this. Okay.
yes.
Sure.
Right across or...
It is a wooden and iron wrought door.
Does it open?
Are you trying it?
Yep, Hoblet's trying to open it.
As soon as I see Hoblet reach for the knob, I put myself into that 10 feet out breaching position.
Sure. Yeah, the door opens, and it opens into a 50 by 20 room. It extends 50 feet out from your doorway and 20 feet wide. The walls of this room are covered with paintings depicting pairs of standing zombified minotaurs, approximately 9 feet high, facing each other. One of the minotaurs is painted over a locked door with a keyhole in its torso. The minotaur directly across from it has a small key about 2 inches long painted on its torso roughly in the location of where the heart would be. And standing motionless in the center of the room is the shadowy form of an actual insubstantial minotaur. A shadowy key floats inside the minotaur right where its heart would be.
Well,
Okay.
Wait, what is the nature of this Minotaur in the center of
Recap.
the room?
Let me just recap, if I understand correctly. There's paintings on the wall, behind, and in the paintings are Minotaur couples.
Just minotaurs standing.
Right.
Not couples.
Okay,
Singular.
Minotaurs. One of them has a door that we can see that's he's painted over the door.
Right, and there's a keyhole in his chest.
And there's a keyhole in his chest. Another one has
right across the room from it,
a key hanging.
in where its heart would be.
Where its heart would be.
But it's just painted there.
And then in the center of the room
Is an actual shadowy form.
right. So like you could walk through it
Yeah.
if you I mean not that anyone's approaching it, but it looks
looks
as though
ethereal.
you can
Correct.
walk through it and there's a real key.
A shadowy key with the same sort of ethereal substance right where its heart would be. Inside of its bony
So-
rib cage.
Anything on the back wall?
Oh fuck.
I mean, there are more paintings of minotaurs, but these are all in a straight line from one another.
You know what? Can Hoblet reach the key on the wall?
Zero cocks his weapon and points it at the thing.
Which one?
The shadowy Minotaur figure?
Can
Yeah, I
Hoblet
mean-
reach the real life key?
Minotaurs are 7 feet tall.
No, so it's too high off the ground.
You're about 3.5 feet tall, roughly.
I'm gonna pull out Trixie and try to knock the key off the wall because I don't think I can
Off
reach
the wall.
it. There's a key on the wall that looks like we can put it in the
It's
door.
There's a key
Painted.
painted on the wall.
Painted on the wall. It's painted in its chest.
Oh, I thought
These
it was
are all
a real
paintings.
key.
These are all paintings.
The only
And then it's
thing
more of a guide.
And the shadowy form.
the only thing that looks like we can interact with
Is
is
the
the ethereal looking murky key
Mage
in
hand.
the middle of the room.
I'm gonna mage hand through the Minotaur and grab the key.
Your mage hand passes straight through the key and the minotaur.
Okay. I don't like that I finally got mage hand and it's done nothing.
Are there anything is there anything written on any of these walls? Any
No.
discernible runes?
Nope.
Okay. Just pictures.
I mean, you're the only one that has any sort of knowledge of the ethereal, really. Right? Being a cleric. Like how that would work and how we could possibly manipulate it in any particular way.
I mean, I'll let Hoblet give me a religion check.
That's what I was just gonna say. Can I roll a religion check? 9. Bust a rhyme.
You know that this is definitely a puzzle, and it's one of definitely like sinister intentions. But there's got to be some way. This is some sort of enchantment or illusion or something that is causing this key to not be physical. But that there might be some way to interact with this stuff in here.
Could I roll an animal handling check?
No, a minotaur is not an animal.
Do we just to get some sort of clue of what we're working with? Do we still have Ezra's spear?
Yes.
Yeah, because everything dropped off him.
I'm gonna use that and take a swipe at the Minotaur, like as if I am attacking it.
As you do that, right, when you kind of swipe at it, I mean, your skin still ever so slightly crosses the threshold of like its etherealness as you kind of stab straight through it because you're just, and it solidifies into a stone statue and begins to step off of start moving and stepping towards you, like all the wood, some of the stone like kind of crackling off of it, and it charges at you guys.
So
Roll initiative.
Where's the spear?
Roll initiative. He pulled it back.
Okay. Because I'm literally thinking that this stone statue now has absorbed the
stuck in
spear.
it.
That you worked so hard to.
Quinn.
18.
0.
13.
Paradil.
18.
Hoblet.
Not a natural, but a 1.
Okay. Roll off between you guys, I guess, while I'm doing this.
Oh.
16.
Don't bring that weak shit to the playground. Don't bring that weak shit over
One
here.
of these days, Paradil, I will beat your initiative.
Okay, Paradil, what are you doing? This thing is like slowly just like running towards or like moving towards you.
Fuck. I am going to.
Fuck is not an acceptable combat action.
I'm going to try to swing my sword at it.
Do it.
Let's go into those kind of jokes.
Charms. Charm humanoid.
Yeah.
It's 13
Combat,
to
though?
hit.
Man.
Why not?
I guess you're right.
You hit it,
I see.
but nothing happens. Like your sword just clangs off of it, and it continues its unrelenting
Okay.
march towards you.
Alright.
Doing anything else?
Can I still see the key?
No.
I can't see the key anymore.
No, it's solid now.
I'm going to use. Does it have eyes?
Yeah, it's all stone though. It's all made of stone. It's like solid stone.
I got nothing. I don't know. Nothing more.
Okay. Quinn.
What does my spear look like? Is it glowing? Do I have any indication of what?
You'd
the
have
nature
to
of this
kill a
beast is?
creature with it in order for it to indicate
Okay.
anything.
Not
So no.
my spear.
Ezra's spear.
Ezra's spear.
Yeah.
Still. We have no report of death.
Nope.
Yeah, possession is
So-
9/10 of the law.
Is this considered a creature?
Yeah. Everything is a creature.
Well, I'm
Every
just thinking-
living being is a creature.
Okay, so even though it's made of stone,
If you stamp on it and it quits moving, then it was a creature.
Yeah, that's creature is just the overarching like living being thing. It's like saying creature in magic. It's
Stamp
like
on
any
it, it
creature.
keeps moving.
I was just trying to differentiate whether it was technically
No.
like a magical object or if it was.
No,
okay.
creature types are like aberrations and
Okay.
things like that.
Still, I'm gonna just cast Fairy Fire on him.
Okay, dex save.
Yes.
It passes for sure.
Seriously,
Yeah, 20.
it's a fucking stone. Okay. I got nothing then.
Okay, 0.
I'm going to position myself between where he is and the fresco with the keyhole on it.
Okay,
And I am going to back up towards the keyhole, and whatever uses up my movement.
sure, that's
Putting
fine.
me as close to that as possible, and right between that minotaur and the keyhole door minotaur, and then I am going to fire
Okay, go ahead.
at him. 18.
Yeah.
Plus other stuff hits for 6 piercing damage.
For nothing.
Yep.
It's going to take its turn.
Let's see if this at least got its attention.
It's going to make a mighty heave swing of this giant sort of like Morning Star maul thing it's holding down at Paradil. 13 doesn't hit your AC, right? Okay. And then we're going to go to Hoblet.
I am going to. Your rapier is piercing damage. I'm going to swing Trixie. I'm going to run right up and swing Trixie.
Okay.
15.
You hit it.
Did I, though?
You hit it.
Do the damage. Let's see.
10.
It takes nothing.
Okay, so silver
And then,
weapons.
as soon as Hoblet hits it, it immediately remains in its exact position and becomes inanimate.
Ha! I broke the fucker.
And it's back to being insubstantial.
And the key comes back.
So it's back to being ethereal, or is it back to just staying where it is?
But it's still made of stone.
No, it's not made of stone anymore. It's ethereal again.
So it's okay.
And the key is still in its heart. I would say the way where it froze, it's about because he swung at Paradil, so it was kind of walking towards you guys. It's maybe, I would say, no more than 5 feet from being directly in between all of the frescoes, like those, like like where like the keyhole and the key thing would be. But it's not quite there yet.
Okay.
Idea.
Go for it, because I'm confused.
You have an idea?
We found the key minotaur. Could there be a lock minotaur? in one of the other rooms that we have not seen. And do we even want them to meet?
Have we not?
Does Zool come after this? What the fuck?
Okay, I'm thinking there was a way to turn it off. There was a way to turn it on.
Right.
These ones, these two here.
He only ever swung at you. He only ever swung at the person who turned him on.
Right.
With
That's
a
what
mi-
I'm thinking.
and
If you want to trick
Trixie,
him to go that way,
Trixie and the Hollow Blade Spear were the only things that hit him.
But it wasn't until his actual skin crust and touched the Minotaur that it
His skin.
solidified.
Okay.
His hand kind
I
of
tried to hit him with my rapier.
Okay.
so if you, if,
Oh, okay,
if,
I thought you would
human or
done
Did the spear
humanoid-
before to
Hollow
activate it.
But the rapier didn't. It didn't.
The
hit.
spear didn't
Yeah.
do anything. It was actually Peridot himself.
Paradol
I'm
skin.
just trying to
Okay,
remember.
never
The
mind.
rapier did not hit, correct?
No, the
because
rapier
I rolled
hit.
too low.
No, the rapier I think hit and
So
did no
you-
damage.
So Dave,
Okay.
your strategy earlier was to try to get him to face you and come toward you.
Yeah, face me, come towards me, and I don't know, maybe have him use the overhand smash to hit the door. Let's see if that does it.
That's, I mean, like, that would make sense to me. So why don't you initiate the next round of combat?
Okay. We'll see what happens when I approach from where I am,
Okay.
touch it with my right hand, and pull it back out.
Okay. It solidifies again and immediately starts furiously charging.
Okay,
Towards
I book it immediately back towards the keyhole thing. See if I can't get it to charge at me and maybe take a swing at that door.
Now again, it's a. Is it an actual door? I thought it was just a painting of
No, it's a door.
Minotaur with
No,
a
it's
keyhole.
It's an
Right,
actual
the
door.
keyhole of the door
Yeah.
is
The Minotaur's
on
painted
the-
over.
Minotaur's chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
The key is a painting.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, immediately starts charging at you, and we're gonna do initiative starting with the enemies there, and go back in that order. So, it's going to start violently and wildly charging at you,
All right.
and it's going to take a mighty swing.
Okay.
Ooh, does a 20 hit your armor class?
Yes, it does.
Ouch.
I was unable to dodge.
You're gonna take.
Even after you planned this whole fucking thing. You went up, you touched him, you knew he was going to come after and attack you.
You're gonna take 10 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
from this like crack of its sort of stone weapon. But it hits you directly. It does not miss.
Ouchie.
Hoblet.
I am going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. So make a dex save. It passes with a 20. Anything else?
I'm going to go over towards where the Minotaur is painted with the
Key?
key painted.
Sounds good. You can make it there.
Yeah.
Okay. Peridot.
Tell me if this is possible.
Anything is possible.
Dave, you're still standing at the door?
I am, however far I made it away before I got swung at.
Okay. Can I make my way to the door?
Where Zero's in front of right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get next to him.
Can I use parry in a way that will make the thing like run at me and me duck out of the way and
No.
through the door?
Parry just reduces
Okay.
damage you take.
What does the platform look like
What platform?
that it stepped down from?
There was no. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I didn't mean to
I
make
thought
it sound
you
like
s-
it was just standing
okay.
in the center of the room. There was no platform to
Okay.
step down from.
And the door with the lock on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go over and try to open it.
There's no handle or anything.
Okay.
You try to push on it, nothing happens.
Okay. And now I can I whip the legs to try to grab hold and topple it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Make it. You haven't attacked or anything, so yeah, make me an attack with your whip.
Crack that whip.
That's 9 or no 11.
I'm gonna up its. I'm kind of upping its AC a little bit because you're aiming directly for its legs while it's like wildly and violently swinging. Okay. I'm just letting you know. But no, you're not able to kind of wrap it around its legs. It's too just couldn't get a good shot.
I remain in front of the locked door.
Okay, Quinn.
I'm just gonna ready a dodge action. It doesn't seem like anything's actually doing anything to him.
Sounds good. 0.
Yeah, if I'm parked right in front of the door, I think I need to be the one to ready a dodge action.
Sounds good. Well, it's going to actually swing again. And I forgot how dodge works. I have the...
I was just reading it. I'm sorry. So he gets advantage on a dex save. You get disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, okay. So let me roll a second. Okay. So it misses.
Okay.
And it smashes the ever-loving shit out of the door.
Okay.
And blasts it open. And then crumbles to pieces. The key falling out of its chest.
Woo!
Well,
I had a
High
plan.
fives all around.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would we get the key after he smashed the door open?
Maybe there was multiple ways to solve this puzzle.
Maybe there wasn't.
There's actually 4 different solutions to this puzzle.
Yeah. False.
Ooh, I got 1 in 4.
We took the road less traveled.
Yeah, the 30-foot by 30-foot room that this door just kind of blasted itself into contains a small desk at its southern end with a scrying orb atop of it and a lone bed in the corner of the room near the desk. Bones and debris litter the area, and a lone necromancer, or someone in hooded robes that you would assume is a necromancer, sits at the desk. He's facing you, though. You see his legs are crossed and his arms are folded as if he's been waiting for you. And there's like a bunch of debris and stuff like that. You can tell that there's some gems and whatnot in here. There might be some valuables, but it's kind of hard to tell. But he just stands there, like watching you at the threshold of the room. And that is where we're going to call it for this episode.
What a dick.
So your smirk was
During
more
the
because
fade
it
to
was a
black
perfect spot
into
set.
the credits, you can hear a shot or a crossbow getting cocked.
Yeah.
Do you still have your gun? Didn't you get a gun?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Who gave Zero a gun?
I gave Zero a gun.
I know.
What's his name? The Baron.
Yeah. So, thank you everybody for listening to this show. I'm Francesco, your host and DM. If you like what you heard, please shoot us a follow on social media. We are on Twitter at Hapless Heroes. We're on Facebook. We have a subreddit. I'm going to try to figure out how to get an Instagram together if I haven't done so by this time. Also, if you really like the show, again, you can also leave us a 5-star review on any podcast platform of your choice.
Should give us a 5-star review.
Yeah, Jedi Mind Tricks. It really helps us get some visibility, bring more people to the show.
We are the Dungeons and Dragons podcast you want to be listening to.
What he said.
If you're so inclined, maybe take note of one of those radio ads and name a star after us.
That'd be pretty sweet.
You know how you can do that? You can buy the naming rights to a star.
I have one. Little known fact.
Do that. You have one?
It's a pickup line I use for girls. When this world goes to shit, I got a whole nother universe set up.
Alright.
That's how I snagged my wife to be.
Awesome.
Nice.
There's room for all you guys too, and all the Hapless Heroes listeners. You guys can come too. Just email us, and I'll give you the deets.
No, we're going to have our own.
Yeah. Just, when the end of the world comes, I don't know, white sneakers or something, I don't know.
SpaceX is launching rockets out there. We'll just get one of his rockets, and we'll just go to my star.
Yeah, sure.
I already got one though. I got the certificate at home and everything to prove it.
Yeah, what would ours be anyway? Like the Butt Star, home of the Hapless Heroes podcast.
Right, the natty
Nice.
one.
Hey, so that reminds me, for more amazing rewards like that, donate to our Patreon. It's just patreon.com/Hapless Heroes. I'll actually make that a reward.
Right, it'll only cost you $100,000 Patreon
I'll
donation.
add that to the $5
Patreon
donation.
The Patreon reward would be,
Right.
we'll name a star after you, but the Patreon reward has to be exactly what it would cost to name a
admission.
star.
You'll
So
get
we're
a
just
ticket,
telling you
an
how to name
admission
a star.
ticket to my star.
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
it is.
All right.
$5 that comes with it. You're allowed to
Yeah,
come. with us.
I'm literally, as soon as this episode airs, I'm adding that to the $5 reward section.
Yep. You could even add it right now to
Not the
confuse the shit out
$2
of
reward section.
No,
though.
I think it's got to be
They don't get
simultaneous. That being said, thank you all for listening one more time. I'm going to go ahead and outro our party. We have Mike playing Lord Captain Quinn Southwind the Benevolent, first of his name, Scared of Undead.
Very scared.
We have James playing Hoblet the Smasher.
Not scared.
We have Dave playing Omega Project Prototype 0.
Face tanking for the win.
And Zach playing Paradel Lincoln Woods.
Unsure of my level of terror.
And one more time, I'm Francesco, your host and DM. Tune in next week where we see if our heroes will meet their untimely conclusion, or if they'll defeat the big bad necromancer that they've always wanted to defeat. Thank you.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye now.